Okay, listen, guys. I have been trying to figure this out for way too long. I cannot figure out how to connect my phone, literally just to mirror my phone screen to my TV so that I can see my comments better. It should be a very easy thing to do. I'm quite tech savvy and I cannot, like, my TV is not showing up underneath the list of available devices for my phone to screencast to. And it just doesn't make sense. I've looked it up all online, I've researched it, and it just keeps saying that it should work, but it's not. So I need your help. I need any suggestions on how to be able to do that, whether it's like a third party app or I don't know, maybe some type of like extension, or maybe there's an app I need to download onto the TV, but that doesn't even really make sense. It should work. It should be right there working, but it's not. So we're here. Hi, Robin. Hello, love. How are you today? I'm struggling trying to do a very simple technical thing here, and it just doesn't seem to be working, and I don't understand why. So I'm going to try to figure it out on my live. You're doing okay? I'm going to need you to be a little better than okay, baby. Okay? We need at least like amazing, fantastic. No, I'm just playing. Actually, it's okay even if you're not okay. Let's see. So, do you know how to do it? I just don't understand why hi, Madison. I just don't understand why my TV isn't showing up underneath the list of available devices. Like, I have a Roku TV and I have an Android, and shouldn't it be very easy to mirror my screen from my phone to the TV? I have literally been trying to figure it out for way too long. So help me out here. Help me out. Oh, shoot, Robin says today was the anniversary of my mom's death. Oh, my heavens. Then you have every right to feel however you want to feel, my love. I apologize. I shouldn't snap back so fast, should I? Oh, honey, I'm sending you so much love and comfort and everything. I haven't really watched Stranger Things. Robin says I always have my son do it for me. Oh no, sorry. I always have my son do it for me. Listen, I'm usually really quick at this stuff, but I have been struggling with this one little connection, and I just don't understand why. Yes. Yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Wow, that's heavy. I'm still processing what you're going through today. If you don't mind, if you don't want to talk about it, just like don't respond. But let me see here. How long has it been? Today was the anniversary of your mom's death. If you don't mind me asking, how long has it been? Alex says you haven't, you got to watch it. Why do I got to watch it? My daughter used to watch Stranger Things. Why do I got to watch? Are they still making Stranger Things? That was around like a decade ago. 21 years, long time. Okay. Not that it makes a difference. Not that it makes a difference at all, but I'm glad to know it wasn't something recently, that you're dealing with. Um, I read the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen written about grieving and death and just that type of situation. Man, I saved it somewhere. It was really cool. It was from a scientist, like a biological engineer scientist or something. So he was speaking from very proven very scientifically proven perspective, shall we say. Um, I don't want to murder what they said, so I'm going to paraphrase very, very easily here. It was like, it basically said that this is how the article was written about this one excerpt from the scientist in like a medical journal of some type or article or something, right? And the article was framed around this excerpt, and it said, who would you want to give a speech at a loved one's funeral? You would want a biological engineer. And then it gave this little excerpt, and it said, the very ingredients that our bodies are actually made of will stay in our universe forever. Like down to the very atoms and each cell and the chemical compounds, just like even when our bodies decompose and we're buried or whatever, those are regenerated in our universe forever. And the people that you have lost, their literal bodies are recycled, if you will, into literal trees and dirt and chemical compounds so basically, like, the people that we lose are not only spiritually around us, if you believe that, but also from like a biological cell perspective. They are physically still flowing around in this universe, and that can be scientifically proven. I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. I have got to find this excerpt because I paraphrased, but I didn't do as well as they did. Okay, where did I save that? Oh gosh, this is actually a good topic. Let me see what I missed here, Alex. I apologize. We're kind of on something else here. I think this is okay. We'll get around to Stranger Things in a second, maybe. Dang. I really want to find this now. Where was it? I think it was on my laptop. I'm gonna go get the laptop and see if I can find this excerpt, because it just seems very fitting for today, and I really want to read it now. It was so cool the way they said it. Hi, Doug-san. It was so cool. Let me see here. You doing okay, baby? Yeah. All right. Okay. I hope that I saved it on this laptop. I don't know. Because, remember, my screen went out on my laptop, so I had to buy another one, and I can't remember if I saved it on the laptop that the screen went out, which that's a whole process to hook up and get it connected to the TV so that I can get the files off of it. So I'm hoping that it was right here. We're going to see. We're going to see if I can find it. Maybe if not, maybe I can find, maybe I can just, look it up online. I don't remember the name of the scientist or whatever that actually actually wrote it, but I bet you I could find it. It was just so super cool because I had never heard death of a human body explained in that way before, with scientific evidence and facts to back up what they were saying. Like, everybody can have their own opinion of what happens when we transform or whatever, and that's super cool. But like, this was scientifically proven that these same elements, that's the word I was looking for, like the periodic table of elements, all of the compounds that this whole world and universe and us is made of. It was just very neat to hear it described like that. Here, let me see. Let me see if I can find it here. I wonder what I would have named that. I would have put it in my file probably. Oh, yeah, no. Let me see here. No, I don't see it on this computer. Let me see. I'm gonna search online and see if I can find it. It was like a explanation of death by a biological scientist. Does that sound good? Scientist? I can barely see this screen. Scientist. How the freak do you spell scientist? Okay, explanation of death by a biological scientist. And then I remember the quote was, who would you want to read a eulogy? Is that what it's called? Who would you want to read a eulogy? Is that like what they read at like remembrances or funerals, or your eulogy? Let's see if that brings up anything. Okay, well, this says a biological scientist would explain death as the total cessation of life processes that eventually occurs in all living organisms. This is not what I'm talking about. This is not what I'm talking about. Man, I'm gonna have to get into that other computer. Let me just try. Who would you want to read? Article about who would you want to read your eulogy? Is that what it's called? It is called a eulogy? Thank you. I knew you would know that. Thank you, Robin. Article about who would you want to read your eulogy, and then excerpt from scientist explaining what happens to human body elements. Okay, there, that might be a little better. Let's see. Whoa. We are breaking. Did I spell that right? Article about who would you want to read your eulogy, an excerpt from scientists explaining what happens to human body elements. We only got 4 results with that. One is in a different language. The first one. This is definitely not what I'm looking for. Dang it. How to write? How could I reword this? Anyway, well, I'll have to look for it another time and get back to you on that. But you get the idea. So, would you like to share anything in honor or remembrance of your mom today? If not, that's okay. Hi, witchy, witchy, witchy. Hello, my love. Hey, Sooz, what's going on? Man, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling here with Robin, just getting my live in for the day, trying to earn some subs. How are you today? If anybody else is in here, sometimes this little number lies to me up here. So you're welcome to join our chat and say hello. Okay, Robin. Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you. Hmm. Hmm. Oh my gosh, witch, Blair, I've been meaning to tell you. I used, I, bitch, listen. I took all your suggestions. I cooked pork chops in the air fryer for one. I used parchment paper in the air fryer for two. And I don't think I was ballsy enough to use the foil yet. I did not try the foil yet because I'm still not sure if I trust that. But the parchment paper and the pork chops in the air fryer, bro. Yes. And oh my gosh. So we don't use a microwave anymore, right? Okay, for multiple reasons. We still have the microwave, full disclosure, but it's sitting underneath the kitchen table on the floor, and we just have not taken it out to the trash can yet, okay? So we decided that, for health reasons and because we don't really need it and it gets in the way and we had the air fryer, that we were no longer going to use the microwave, right? But the only thing that I didn't really like about that was because when I wanted to warm up like leftovers from last night or something, I didn't have a way I could do it quickly without putting it in a pan on the stove, right? So now the other day, I got a piece of parchment paper and just like tucked it down in the air fryer and spooned this. It was like a potato, sausage, kielbasa. It was potatoes, kielbasa, sausage, and sauerkraut mixture that we had the night before, but it was like a little gooey. So I couldn't just like, you know what I mean? I couldn't dump it in the air fryer. But with the parchment paper, it made like a perfect little bowl and it was warmed up in like a couple minutes and it was the bomb. And I was talking to my partner. I was like, I gotta tell Blair Witch that this is awesome. So you said, sorry, I'm watching a roast in my oven. You're always cooking. He and they're cooking right now. Yes. Which is the air fryer is pretty versatile and the parchment paper at the bottom just helps easier cleaning. No, that was like perfect. Yes. They said, yeah, I recommend having things like room temperature to reheat cold. Recommend having things like room temperature to reheat cold food. Wait, what you mean? I recommend having things like room temperature to reheat cold foods. Do you mean like pull them out of the refrigerator, wait till they get to room temperature, and then put them in the air fryer? Is that what you mean? Otherwise, you gotta use the microwave. Oh, yes. Oh, is it better that way? Shoot, honey, listen. I put it right out the fridge, dumped it onto the parchment paper in the air fryer, and that stuff was done in like 4 or 5 minutes. It was perfect. I was like, I cannot believe I've never done this before. I was freaking out. I wanted to go live right then, but everything is about balance, I'm working on balance. Yeah. So thank you. All of that to say, thank you for letting me know that I can use parchment paper in the air fryer. That was like tip of the day for real. And Blair says I do that too. It just depends on what you're cooking. Okay, I got you. Yes. Yes. I got my mom an air fryer maybe like 2 years ago for Christmas. That was her Christmas present. 2 years ago, maybe. I think. Yeah, probably about 2 years ago. And how shall I say this? Her cooking days are over. She done raised 5 kids. She don't really enjoy cooking, so she doesn't really cook like that. So I was like, well, this will be a great thing to help her get some, different ways to cook things quickly because she's always on the move. She still does a whole bunch. So I got her the air fryer and I was like, pretty much anything you want to cook in here, you just throw it in, you turn it on for 5 minutes and you check if it's done. If it's done, you're good. If not, put it on another 5 minutes. And she's like, that pretty much works with almost everything. Yeah. Ella! What's up? Hey, girl. Hey. How you doing? I saw your comment the other day. I responded to you. I'm glad you caught me today. I haven't talked to you in so long. How have you been? Has it been before New Year's, I think? I think it was around New Year's that I remember. I think maybe was the last time you were on, maybe even before. I can't remember. Which says I don't usually use foil in the air fryer, but with baked potatoes, I do use it to help bake quicker. You wrap the whole potato in the foil and then put it in the air fryer? Is that what you mean? That makes sense. But I'm glad you have experimented more with your air fryer. You sound like you said, are you getting paid for this promotion? Yes. My partner, he did some baked potatoes in the air fryer the other night and just stuck them with well, actually, I don't even know if he stuck them with a fork. I would have stuck them with a fork, put like arrows in them. However, I don't know if he did, but he just put them right in there, washed the potato and put them in there. And they were good like that. They were soft all the way through. And put some sour cream and some salt and pepper on them, and they were slapping. You said, I wish. I know that's right, bro. I know that's right. So, for real, they should be able to create some type of AI that just picks up on whatever I'm saying, turns it into an ad, puts it out there, gives me some royalties, figure all that out. For real. Your smile is payment enough, the witch says. Aw, thank you, love. I appreciate that. You're gonna make me blush on here. The foil isn't necessary. Yeah, no, and I still don't trust it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't trust it. I just have a thing about putting foil really in anywhere. I mean, do I put foil in the oven? I guess I do put foil in the oven if I'm covering the top of something, but I don't know. I just don't trust the air fryer and foil. I'm going to stick to my parchment paper. I feel good about that. It didn't start a fire. It wasn't even really that hot. I could pull it out of the air fryer right as soon as it was done with the parchment paper. And then I just flipped it over into a bowl. And I was like, voila, thank you, witch. For real. Yes. I thought somebody was knocking at the door, but I think it was the TV. Yeah, I do believe. I don't know who would be knocking on my door at this type of hour. For real. Well, I have to admit, these lives are awfully different without my homies Ace and Raven and Leo, and sometimes Sophia would pop in, have a good time. Ella, are you still in here? Yeah, did I miss a comment from you? That's who popped in here. Ella. Oh, hey. Yeah, you didn't say anything else, did you? Oh, maybe my comments. You know how these always filter to top messages. Let me put this on all messages and make sure I'm not missing anything here. Let me make sure. Okay, there's Ella. Oh, hey. No. Oh, Nathan. Hi, Nathan. Good evening. How are you? Thank you. Beautiful queen. Yeah, Ella didn't even respond to me. Okay, if you're still watching, hello. Which says, oh, you're very aware of your surroundings. I see. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, yes. I have lived a life that has made me very aware of my surroundings from certain experiences that I've had. You know, try to grow out of some of those mental conditionings, but the night is I'm usually up late nights. Yeah, did we determine, are you in my same time zone? Are you in Eastern time zone? I forget. I'm a super night owl. I've gotten better, but I used to work at so many like clubs and bars and restaurants late night. Plus, I think just naturally, I just like staying up at night rather than getting up early in the morning. Count me out on that. I will stay up until the morning a lot faster than get up early in the morning. For real, the night is a place and so am I. You know the wild ones like to come out at night. You are Central Standard Time. Okay, so we're just that's a Central, is that an hour different than me? What does it go? Eastern, Central, Mountain, and then Pacific? Is that what it is? I should know this. Or is it Eastern? What did I say? Is it Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific? Or is it Eastern, Mountain? No, that doesn't make sense. The mountains are further over, right? You're in the deep, dark forest. Yes, you're 1 hour, I'm sure. Okay, period. So you're definitely just one time slot over. Yeah, that's right. So what time is it here? 9 o'clock. So it is 8 o'clock where you're at, correct? 8 p.m.? I do believe. Yes, correct. Okay. Period. I knew it. You know what that means? That means that you're probably within driving distance. The witching hour is still hours away. Okay, listen. I have recently heard some different opinions on what the witching hour actually is. What it is. So tell me. Come in, love. Ivy. Oh yeah, thank you. I can't figure this freaking thing out.
Okay. When you're ready.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's actually perfect timing because I am keeping myself to 30-minute lives. If I go over 30 minutes, it ends up to be like over an hour, and then I exert so much energy, and then it's just a lot. So part of my self-care routine is to keep it right around 30 minutes. So let me see here. What did I wish? The witching hour is still hours away. Yes, I could fly on my broom to see you in an hour. In an hour? Oh, just because your broom is so fast? How fast does your broom go, bro? I want to ride on that. I have not figured out how to use mine yet, but I am working on it. Honey, listen. I am I'm getting there. Sophia Marie, hello. Hello, how are you? I must have just spoke Sophia's up. I literally just said your name. Hi. You're good? Yay. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. That's awesome. Okay, Sophia, you got to tell me. I forget. I remember one of my lives. There was two Sophias. One was you, and then one was another Sophia with an M name. Are you the one in Ireland, or are you the one in the States? I forget. I just want to know who I'm talking to, so I can try and keep everybody's screen name straight. And then actually that doesn't even work, because then all these kids that apparently are my best friends now change their name like every week. So it's really hard to keep up. But you're the one in the States. Okay, perfect. Excellent. All right. What's up, girl? Nice. Okay, well, I was just saying that I am going to wrap this up because I'm hitting 31 minutes now, and I am trying to stay right around 30 minutes for my live. Plus, I just heard my dinner's almost ready. So I'm going to go feed the Sophia in Illinois. I remember. Yes. Is it Chicago? Not to get all in your business, but I remember we talked about that before, and I was just in Chicago several months ago. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I do remember that. Yes, please finish this about the witching hour, Blair. Yes, to answer your question about the witching hour, my mind is feeling like I heard somebody saying, some people say it's midnight, some people say it's like 2 or 3 a.m. What does the witching hour really even mean? And what is like, yeah, explain, elaborate, please. Educate me, teach me, my love. Okay, the witching hour is typically 3 to 4 a.m. Okay, see, learning. Sophia says, no, I live about an hour and a half away from Chicago, downtown in Peoria. Peoria? I'm not sure how you say that, but okay, that's cool. That's cool, but that's not far. That's not far. Shoot, sometimes it takes an hour to get across Chicago. Okay, the witch says it's when melatonin peaks and sleep cycles are deepest, leading to vivid dreams or a feeling of being in between states. That is connecting so many dots for me. Oh my goodness. So it's not that the night owls are awake in the middle of the night and they're doing their magic. It's that we're actually asleep and we are doing our magic inside of our heads, probably jumping timelines and dimensions and freaking alternate realities. What, like, what? Because we're in our sleep state, our most elevated sleep state, when those chemicals in our brain are allowing us to do what we do. Thank you. That makes so much freaking sense. See, all you got to do is just just understand these things. And they go from looking crazy to being like, oh my gosh, yeah, I know what you mean. That's super cool. The witch says your connection into the dream realm or other spirit realms are greatest. Exactly. Yes, exactly what I just said. Period. Clock it. Okay, thank you for spreading that knowledge, witch. I love it. That makes so much sense. So I really need to be getting to sleep before 3 to 4 a.m. then, don't I? It's not that I'm supposed to stay up till 3 to 4 a.m. because that's what I do most nights now. It's that I'm supposed to be in my deepest sleep between 3 to 4 a.m. to access my witchy powers. Okay, see, it's all about knowledge and perspective, man. It is. I can sense magical vibes in you. Oh, yes, you can, baby. Yes, you can. For sure. I'm just honing them, shall we say. Okay, I gotta go eat. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you, Blair. You have helped me out in so many ways. And I'm so excited to see where this goes. Okay, I gotta go. Have a great night. And I love y'all. Bye. Bye, Ella, if you're still here. Bye, Robin, if you're still here.